Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'm going to be reviewing a product that all of us seem to have, but not many of us seem to know how it works, and that is Vaseline. Did you know that Vaseline and gasoline actually share a common ingredient? It's petroleum. Now, you guys might be wondering, how could two different compounds that are so vastly different in terms of their chemical properties and their appearance and what they're used for, possibly, how could they possibly share an ingredient that is central in making both of them? I'll show you how.
Show you guys how one process can take you from one ingredient to two vastly different products. So the starting ingredient is called petroleum, or like a form of crude oil. And crude oil is found in the earth and it's extracted from the earth, but it's very, very impure. So in order to get many different types of compounds from crude oil, you need to refine it. And that means that you put this crude oil in a furnace, and that furnace is connected to something called a refinery. And basically what that does is it separates the oil uh, into layers based on purity. So in order to obtain pure layers, it needs to be filtered out, kind of. So that means that there's a specific layer that goes to making products related to Vaseline, and that's called high paraffin oil or high paraffin wax. Additionally, there's a layer that goes to making gasoline, which is called naphtha. So depending on the layer that you kind of isolate by refining, you can make different products. Like there's one for diesel, one for kerosene, one for different types of fuel. There's naphtha, there's your paraffin. So you can make all different types of stuff by refining. And more specifically for Vaseline, you have to go through a second filtration process called distillation. And this further purifies the liquid that you're trying to work with, because it separates the liquid impurities from the pure substance that you're trying to work with by heating it up a lot. And basically it evaporates and condenses in another region of the machine. So you get your pure material, which is what you want to work with, separated from the impure stuff that you don't want to work with. So just by those two processes, you can make so many different things from oil, and that's one of the reasons why it's so valuable in our world today. The game changer about Vaseline is that it's occlusive. And occlusive means that something will not let air or water or any other type of moisture go through it, whether it's going in or out. So Vaseline is very good at keeping skin moisturized because it's occlusive, which means that it forms like a very, very impermeable layer at the top of the skin, which prevents moisture from kind of evaporating out or leaving the skin. So it keeps the moisture circulating through the skin, which keeps it very well moisturized. And that's why it's so good for, moisturizer or like dealing with wounds. Like if you have an open cut, dealing with Vaseline has an occlusive process which prevents blood or other important nutrients from leaving your body. So it's amazing for moisturizing or for closure of some sort. So that's why Vaseline is so useful. But one example where it may not work too well is with acne, because acne occurs when too much oil is produced in the skin glands called sebum, and too much of this oil can clog up the pores and cause bacteria to kind of thrive in those areas. So that leads to the acne, and if you put Vaseline on those types of areas, I mean, it clogs up the skin even more. Like there's a buildup of oil and an accumulation of oil, so the skin becomes more inflamed because like this oil doesn't have anywhere else to go, which makes the acne much worse. So really, Vaseline just comes down to its occlusiveness or occlusivity, and that could either be, like a total game changer, whether it's totally helping you moisturize your skin or making your acne a total hell.
Here's a little demonstration. You see my very ashy elbow? Take the Vaseline, apply it to my elbow, and all of a sudden now it's preventing moisture from leaving this part of my body, and it's going to be well hydrated. All I got to do is repeat on the other side. And we're good. Thank you guys for watching my poorly lit video. Be sure to stay tuned because next week I'm coming up with 1 or 2 more cool ideas which are less common than Vaseline, but something you definitely want to stick around for. So thanks for the support.